federal appeals court just delivered a major blow to the Trump administration's aggressive deportation plans. In a split 2-1 decision, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia refused to lift a temporary block on using a centuries-old law to expel Venezuelan nationals. And honestly, the legal battle is just heating up. At the heart of the dispute? A rarely invoked law from 1798, yes, you heard that right, called the Alien Enemies Act. The Trump administration tried to use it to immediately deport Venezuelan nationals, including alleged members of the Tren de Aragua gang. But not so fast. A lower court wasn't buying it, and now the appellate judges are pumping the brakes too. Judge Patricia Millett, appointed by former President Obama, did not mince words during oral arguments. She pressed the Justice Department on whether the administration was giving individuals enough time to challenge their deportations. Her point? The Constitution still applies, even when the government claims to be protecting national security. Judge Karen Henderson, a George W. Bush appointee, sided with Millett in the ruling. She emphasized that the government had failed to prove it would likely win the case on its merits. In her view, the temporary restraining orders were not just reasonable, they were essential to protect the court's authority while arguments played out. And then there's Judge Justin Walker. Appointed by Trump, he dissented. He argued that the president's authority over national security should not be so easily restrained. For the administration, this dissent is a sliver of hope, but it is not enough to overturn the block. The drama doesn't end there. U.S. District Judge James Boasberg, who issued the initial restraining order, went even further. He ordered the Trump administration to return any planes carrying Venezuelan nationals already deported under the Alien Enemies Act. Yet, despite his ruling, flights still landed in El Salvador with hundreds of migrants on board. Boasberg was not pleased, and who could blame him? The Justice Department fired back, accusing the judge of making intrusive inquiries and hinting that it might invoke the state secrets privilege, a legal shield that could prevent certain information from being disclosed in court. In other words, they are playing hardball. Attorney General Pam Bondi did not hold back either. Appearing on Fox News, she called the lower court's actions an out-of-control attempt to interfere with the president's authority. And if the appeals court doesn't budge? She vowed to take the case to the Supreme Court. But here is the kicker, time is not on the administration's side. Every day the restraining order remains in place, the government's ability to enforce these deportations weakens. And if the Supreme Court refuses to intervene? The administration's use of the Alien Enemies Act could be dead in the water. So, what's next? For now, the legal wrangling continues. The Trump administration shows no sign of backing down, but the courts are signaling that constitutional rights cannot be brushed aside, even when national security is on the line. And if history is any guide, this battle is far from over.